In a recent video, we discussed full length sizing, and a lot of guys asked, Pete, please help us and show us how you select the right bushing for your cartridge. That's what we're going to be doing in today's video. Now, as with all things in this hobby, there are many ways to skin this cat. I'm going to show you guys what I believe is the simplest and easiest way to do this. Now, I think we can universally agree that these are some of the most expensive parts when it comes to our hobby. These here in South Africa for the nitride bushing, which is the one I would recommend getting, are $45. This is what I paid literally 2 weeks ago. It is now July 2023. These are ridiculously expensive for what they are, but they serve a vital role, and today I'm going to show you guys how to select the right one. So first things first, when you're getting into the making of Freedom Seeds game, you'll be setting up all of your stuff initially, and what you need to do in order to select the right bushing is actually come home with your new cases. Potentially you're using brand new cases. I've got some cases that have already been dispensed here, but let's for example say this is now my first time that I'm going to actually be reloading them, right? Because when they're brand new, very few people are actually running them through a full-length die. Let me know if you guys want to see a video as to why you would potentially want to full-length size all of your cases before you shoot them the first time, because I can make a video for us on that too. But now you've got your case and you want to size your neck down. You need to now select a bushing. So the easiest way that you can go about that is to take a case that you've already put a Freedom Seed in, okay? Because basically what this is going to allow us to do, it's going to show us the sort of finished dimensions. Now, when we're resizing this case, we want to select a bushing that's going to fit just tight enough in order to push that neck back. Now, what I try and do, I try and push my necks back by 0.02 of an inch, so 0.002. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my digital calipers, make sure it is zeroed out here, and with the seated bullet, in this case, I'm going to measure this. And you can do this over a few cases to give you an average, but it should be there. So I'm getting 0.2925. So let's call that 0.293. Okay, I'm going to select a different one, measure that to 0.293. 293. So they are relatively, pretty much all exactly the same, 293 on the money. So now that's quite easy. So for me to now select the bushing, if I wanted to resize my necks by 0.02 of an inch, all I'm going to do is subtract 0.02 off my 0.293, which basically means I need a 291 bushing. So that is what I've got here. I've actually got a 0.293 bushing in this little case over here. And sometimes, depending on brass manufacturer or what kind of bullets you're shooting, you might, for a 6.5 caliber cartridge, need a 293 bushing or a 291 bushing, as is the case with me. So 291 bushing is here. I'm going to now install that in my full-length die, which is pretty easy to do. I'm going to take this out here. Okay, and my full-length die is over here. By the way, we came out with these new locking rings because sometimes I actually have dies that come loose. Because, you know, when I'm sizing 500-600 cases, the last thing you want is for your full-length sizing die to start backing itself out midway through 300 cases. And what ends up happening then is I have to resize all of them again. So I'm going to pop the die in like that. It's very simple. I'm going to pop the titanium bushing in like that. You also do get these bushings in stainless steel, but I would recommend getting the titanium nitride coated ones. It's a very, very durable coating. Now, you might ask me, Pete, why are you choosing 0.02 worth of neck tension essentially, but we know for a fact that you run 1,000 worth of neck tension? That is a very good question. Chances are, if you're looking at this video, how to select a bushing, you're serious about your shooting. If you want to take your shooting to the next level, or you're looking for a next project rifle or something like that, because let's be honest, that's half the fun of this. It's like building out new rifles and, I needed this and I needed that. And that's something that I really enjoy about this process. But if you're looking at your next rifle build, or you're looking at scope rings or accessories, 20 ammo rails, have a serious look at mdttac.com. MDT Sporting Goods have been a long-standing partner of the channel, and without their support, we wouldn't be able to do videos like this. So I want to thank them so much. The stock you guys see in front of me, this is their new Timber Frontier stock. I've gelled with this thing over the last couple of months like you cannot believe. I'm loving shooting this. And I keep saying to my wife, I think I'm getting old because the wood is really doing it for me. And not just this specific one. I had a look at a friend's, sort of custom-made stock the other weekend, and it was beautiful. So I think that's a sign of the times. Maybe we'll see some more wooden stuff on the channel in the future. But with that being said, I want to thank you guys for supporting MDT Sporting Goods over the last couple of years, because I see the comments so often, Pete, I got an ESS because of your videos, or an XRS, or whatever the case may be. So yeah, thank you for supporting the companies that support this channel, because it really does help the effort on the channel. With that being said, let's get back to the video, shall we? So what I do is I resize my necks by 2000s with my 291 bushing, which we're going to be putting in there. And then after I've resized all of my cases, you guys know that I'm a massive fan of using an expander mandrel. And then I'm actually going to push those necks out by 1,000ths. 2 minus 1 is going to give me 1,000ths worth of neck tension. So I'm going to use also our mandrels, the deluxe set, have now got a titanium nitride coating on this. So the same coating we're using on that bushing. And that is going to push the inside diameter of my neck out a little bit. And it's very important when we're selecting this bushing not to use, for example, a 0.288 bushing and massively overwork that brass. I'm going to get it as close as I can, push it in by 2000ths, resize it out by 1000ths to do the least amount of work. Because what you guys have to remember is every time we are working that neck, it's case hardening the molecular structure of the brass, which will lead to necks cracking and things like that down the line if you do not anneal. So we highly recommend that you anneal every single time. I use myself an AMP Mark II annealer. It is the gold standard when it comes to annealers. And that just means that after all of these processes, the next time I'm going to load them, after I anneal it, my case hardness sort of goes back to its original state, which is very important. Now, why is the mandrel important for this operation? Because the inside diameter of my case mouth is what is going to end up determining how much friction fit there is on my bullet. Okay, and that is what we want as consistent as possible. Now, what the mandrel is going to do for you, it's going to go inside that neck, okay, and push any potential inconsistencies to the outside of the neck, leading to a precise friction fit and great neck tension, which is vitally important for consistency when you're doing long range shooting. So guys, in a nutshell, to summarize, load a round. It doesn't have to have a primer or powder or anything like that in. Measure the outside with your vernier. Okay, establish that number, subtract 2000ths off it. If you're not going to be running a mandrel set and you want to run 1000ths worth of neck tension, subtract 1000ths, then you would have gotten a 0.292 bushing and you're off to the races. Again, I want to reiterate, we do not want to overwork our necks when it comes to reloading. It's just unnecessary and you're going to end up damaging your cases in the long run. So that is my guide to selecting the right bushing. I hope this helps you guys. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you. We're just about to sneak up on 150,000 subscribers, and I want to thank all of you for being here for this journey. You guys absolutely freaking rock. Thanks a mil to all of the people of impact that support the channel on Patreon. Their name should be scrolling here at the bottom. It really goes a hell of a long way to, us having this amazing studio and the lights and the audio and all of those things. So thank you so, so much to each and every one of you. With that said, have a blessed day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Please subscribe and do all the lovely things. Leave a comment.